All right, now we're doing 7Q. How many consecutive numbers are needed? This is by Joe Pot, and 94% of the people like it. We're going to create a function consecutive R that takes an array of integers and returns the minimum number of integers needed to make the contents of R consecutive from the lowest number to the highest number. For example, if R contains 4, 8, and 6, then it should be 2 because 2 numbers are needed to be added to the array, 5 and 7, to make it a consecutive array of numbers from 4 to 8. The numbers in R will be unique. All right. So for this one, we're going to have to use a little bit of logic. All right. So let's go down here and look at this. So 4 and 8. This is going to be a consecutive range, or whatever you want to say, between 4 and 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to have 5 digits in it, right? Five elements in it. Once we get it done, right? So first things first, let's look at some things to try to figure out some patterns, okay? So if we say 8, what's 8 minus 4, right? That's going to be 4. So if there's going to be 5 digits in the array that we need, and there's 4 down here, 4 and 5 have some sort of similarities to it, or something linking them together, and that's if you add 1 to 4, it's 5, okay? So let's say the maximum of the array minus the minimum of an array plus 1 is going to equal the length of the final array. So if we have 3 things and we need 5 things, we just subtract 3 from 5. Next thing you know, we got ourselves some 2 right here. All right. So let's put those words into code. So we're going to say const here, consecutive R equals, and let's come down here and we're going to say arrow right here. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to be using a ternary operator, because sometimes there's not going to be anything, or there's not going to be anything else but one thing in it, right? And we're going to just need to put zeros, okay? So basically, if this array dot length exists, we're going to put the function, but if not, we're going to put 0. So for this, we're going to use the ternary operator, which is the only JavaScript operator that takes 3 operands, a condition followed by a question mark, then an expression to execute if the condition is truthy followed by a colon, and finally the expression to execute if the condition is falsy. This operator is frequently used as an alternative for the if-else statement. All right, so that's what we're going to use this thing for. So first things first, we're going to say if, what is this thing? R.length exists, all right? We're going to do the question mark and say if this exists, now we're going to put that thing we were talking about before we started this whole thing. So we're going to say, we're going to use this thing called Math.max if you don't know about it. And it just returns the largest of the 0 or more numbers given as input parameters. And we're also going to use this Math.min for the minimum, same thing. All right? And so we're going to say Math.max R minus Math.min R. But the thing about Math.max and Math.min is that the syntax we have to use is we have to have something, a value, comma, a value, comma, a value, right? But the thing is, when we throw an array in it, it's going to have these brackets. So to get rid of the brackets, we're going to use this spread syntax that allows an iterable, such as an array, or a string to be expanded in places where 0 or more arguments or elements are expected. So we're going to say array, dot array, just like that. And now, like we said before, we're going to have this minus, because, this minus this plus 1, so we might as well just plus 1 right here. And then we're going to subtract, what was it? This thing dot length, right? So let's say R dot length. And that should take care of business. Let's see what happens. Oh, nope. Don't forget, or 0. So if this exists, we're going to do this. If not, 0. All right, now let's test it out. All right, good, excellent. Attempt it. All right, submit it. And it looks pretty much exactly like these first ones up here. Let's go to My Solutions, check it out. Just a few of us. I'm going to best practice this one, get this one up there a little bit. Very much like this one, and we'll see you next time.